When TWFC started, I made a promise to do everything in my power to make this place where the best of the best came to wrestle. Slowly but surely, one by one, challenges came, and through blood, sweat, and tears, one way or another, I found a way to conquer them all. Now here I stand, the first and only TWFC Undisputed Champion. That's something nobody can ever take away from me. After coming from the very bottom, being a nobody that dreamed of one day being good enough to be in the big matches, to standing here today having accomplished everything I could have ever dreamed of and then some. It reminds me of why I fight so hard to begin with, and quite honestly, it reminds me of you, Evan. The mega talented underdog. A man that sometimes you wonder why people say he's an underdog to begin with. So much heart, passion, skill, and all-around love for this business with an undying will to win. You truly remind me of myself sometimes. Ask anyone in that locker room who prepares for a big match situation like no other, and 9 out of 10 times the answer will be Evan Bourne. I have a ton of respect for you, and I honestly believe that you very well could be my hardest challenge thus far. But unfortunately for you, that means you will have to face me at my very best. It's very rare I get a match against someone there's no bad blood with, there's no personal rivalry, just a pure challenge against a respectful opponent in order to determine who is truly the better man. And as much as I've accomplished through hard work and dedication, even after unifying those 2 world championships and becoming undisputed, what keeps me going is the hunger for more. And I want to win this World Series of Wrestling and prove that even if only for that moment in time, I am the pound for pound absolute best professional wrestler in the world. And as much as I know you want to prove yourself and how bad you probably want the same thing, I remember being in your shoes, and I know you won't like hearing this, but Evan, it's simply not your time yet.
First off, I want to say I truly appreciate the kind words. It means a lot coming from you. I didn't realize it until the very moment you became undisputed champion last night. But it became so obvious to me that you are the man I need to defeat in the ring to solidify my status as a true main event talent. I guess I never thought about facing you because, like you said, most of the time we're in this ring fighting someone we don't like or someone who's wronged us. And in a strange way, I've always looked at you like this other version of myself. I've cheered you on from the back as you proved that no matter how you started in this industry, hard work and dedication can get you where you want to be. So I 100% have just as much respect for you as you do for me, but as much as we've both had similar paths to this point, there's one thing that makes us very much different. I mean, no disrespect when I say this, but you've simply had way more opportunities than I have. And as hard as you've worked, some of those opportunities you've been given that I haven't come down to the fact that you're the son of the American dream, Cody Rhodes. I hate to point that out, but it's the truth. In 2 weeks, when we meet for the right to be crowned the winner of the World Series of Wrestling and the TWFC Undisputed Champion, it's all going to come down to who wants it more. You've been here plenty of times by now, but for me, this is my one and only chance to capture the moment and cement my legacy as one of the best pro wrestlers of our generation. You said it's simply just not my time, and to that I say, it's been your time for quite a while now, so it's hard for you to recognize the fact that not only is it my time, but it's my destiny. You said it yourself. Nobody prepares for a big match situation like me. And the situation is bigger than it's ever going to get, right here, right now. With all the respect in the world, you have been the face of this industry for a long time now. And you've done a damn good job at it. But I know I have what it takes to beat you. And in 2 weeks, that's exactly what I'm going to do.
It's no surprise you would bring up my father's name while suggesting that's why I've reached heights you've yet to reach yourself. And maybe some of that is true. Maybe I have had some opportunities based on my last name, but opportunity means nothing without the tools to get the job done once you get there. And everyone in that locker room will tell you that while nobody prepares for a big match situation like Evan Bourne, nobody competes in the big match situation like Cody Rhodes. And that's because nobody has the heart and will to continue when it all seems hopeless, quite like I do. Nobody fights harder than a Rhodes. When you've done everything you can do and exhaustion sets in, but you still can't keep me down for the 3 count, you will understand exactly why I'm the face of this industry. It's not because of my father. It's because of how I absolutely refuse to lose. I'm number one because I'm the best of the best. Because numbers 2, 3, 4, and 5 all found out what you're about to learn the hard way. And that's that, as good as you may be, I'm just a little bit better. And maybe the only thing stopping you from being the top guy is that you were unlucky enough to be in your prime, during my reign, during my era, where the best you can possibly be is only good enough for second place. Not because of Dusty, but because of the American nightmare. I respect you and your abilities, and I truly believe one day you will become a world champion. But that one day isn't going to be anytime soon, as long as I'm the TWFC Undisputed Champion. I hope this doesn't break your spirit and you come back stronger, because in the finals of the World Series of Wrestling, I will walk in and walk out, the best in the world.
We can both go back and forth about what we believe, but I guess we'll just have to wait and see. But I will say this. You're used to facing guys who rely on cheating or jumping you from behind. And although you never give up, it makes me wonder. Do most of your opponents have the skill to finish you in the first place? I wonder how you'll react when you're in the ring with someone just as skilled as you are, one that doesn't need to rely on cheating. Most importantly, one that has the arsenal to continually keep the pressure on. I know this is going to be the hardest fight of my life. I'm prepared for an all-out war. I'm going to drag you into deep waters, and we're going to find out if you can swim. There's always been something or someone to knock me down at the last minute. But this time, for everyone that's ever believed in me, I win the big one. I prove the doubters wrong, and I become the TWFC Undisputed Champion. Bring your best, and I'll bring mine. The best man will win.
Ladies and gentlemen, the mega match is set. Evan Bourne will challenge Cody Rhodes in the finals for the TWFC Undisputed Championship. What a contest this is. Both men are fan favorites. Both men are two of the best, and that's what it's all about. We're going to find out who the numero uno is. TWFC, the World Series of Wrestling Finals, coming up in just 2 weeks.